Hello and welcome, my Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers. Welcome to our timeless 5-card draw shadow read. I am your reader, Mark-Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, Virgo Sun sign, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books, with a 3rd one in progress. The first one is called Spell Ingredients, the 2nd one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, and if you look in the description box, there's a link you can click so you can preview it for free and see that it's mostly divided into chakra chapters, and this is a chakra-dense reading for surezies. The original version of Words of Grace, which had to be considerably cut down to make it all fit on Kindle, is over on Patreon in our digital shop. We've got the ebooks, we've got audios, we've got videos. The audios and videos have free previews that anyone can look at, as well as anyone can shop in the shop. Some of my subscribers get those ebooks, audios, and videos automatically when they subscribe. The majority of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning. I mean, I love it so much. It's one of my favorite things to do. We chat with each other about the day's astrological weather, always ending with a spiritual practice. I love it so very, very, very much. I really do. It's a great way for me to start the day as a Virgo. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and based in relationship-oriented stuff, as well as they get a significant discount when it's time to book me for a private session, and we will talk about that at the end of the video if you want more info. It's my favorite thing ever. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. There's just a lot of cool stuff going on over there, so click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lions, Mark-Angelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. Hey, my Virgos. Virgo power, cross your legs. There's our gang sign if we need one. Let's do some explanation for the new Virgos and crosswatchers, and then we will jump into the divination. You might have noticed that these shadow reads started out as 8-card draws, then 7-card draws. Now they are 5-card draws, because I am wicked busy since I moved from Holbrook, Long Island, New York, to Saratoga Springs, New York, and we will talk about that at the end of the video as well. So welcome, new Virgos and crosswatchers. A 5-card draw is just 1 card from 5 different decks, giving you clues, tips, and hints about absolutely anything. But in this case, we are fine-tuning it for the shadow work, the releasing, the letting go, the forgiveness, essentially a healing reading, but usually more of the uncomfortable kind of healing and spiritual alchemy. So our first card down, we are going to use the Caroline Myss archetype deck. That's M-Y-S-S Ph.D., author of Anatomy of the Spirit, which is where I really learned a lot about the 8th chakra, which is what this card will represent. It acts like a satellite, sending down codes to all the other chakras, shifting what we attract and what we repel, so we have the free will to no longer delay, which cannot be prevented in our own healing and our shadow work. And why would you want to prevent it anymore? How many times we want to keep reincarnating till we get these contracts fulfilled? The next 4 chakras down, the internal feminine energy, crown, 3rd eye, throat, and heart. We will be using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, one of my favorite decks. I've been reading this deck longer than any others, to look at what's going on in those chakras, the world behind our eyes, which Virgos we don't often share unless we really want to, free will and all. The lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, the sacrum, and the root. We will be using the Mythic Tarot, another one of my favorite tarot decks. I've been reading this one since the 80s, if you can believe it. Yeah, you can believe it. Looking from the outside in at ourselves, maybe us from the inside out, looking at people, places, and things, relationships in the physical world, the yang dynamic, the masculine energy, and because it's a crosswatcher reading, there's often a lot of mirroring, so we'll see what happens there. That will take care of all of the chakras from the 8th to the root. We will then get a whisper from the Whispers of Lord Ganesh by Angela Hartfield. Ganesh is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, and there are 3 symbolic obstacles between lead and gold, symbolically speaking, on the periodic table, and we will talk about that when we get our first card down with Caroline divine mace. We will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, because these are healing readings: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, financial, relational, political, whatever. Because as one of us heals, all of us heal. Every time any one of us do a little teeny tiny bit of shadow work, a little releasing, a little forgiving, a little letting go, a little surrendering, we all move forward. There is an upward spiral and there is no backtracking, fortunately. So as one of us heals, all of us heals, for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world when the world needs it more than ever. Because some people will never do the shadow work, but that's why we're here, right? So that we can relieve some of that pressure and make it a bit easier for everyone to do it. Well, simpler. Simple need not imply easy, says A Course in Miracles, and I want to get that tattooed on my forehead backwards so I can remember it when I see it in the mirror. So there's our explanation. Let's get into the divination, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I promise I will do everything within my power, which is not ultimate, but is pretty good, to help all of us do our shadow work, as I said, for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world. That includes the plants and the animals and the atmosphere and all of that jazz. So let's get up in this gig. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. Still point. Pantheonic override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. We get a flipper there. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, one card in clarity, please, for us Virgo, collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers. What is the dominant archetype? That's it. Right, only one? Yep. To give us the indication, the archetype that needs alchemize from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxicity to health, fear to love. I can't believe this is twice in a row. The Messiah archetype. Leo just got this one. I am Leo rising. So not shocked. Now I'm going to explain this one a little bit. Remember, there are three atoms in between the shadow attribute and the light attribute, the lead and the gold. So if you are self-employed, which I am, I'm an S corporation of one person since 1998, this one might resonate. Exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Guilty! Been there, because that's leaving out the divine. That's totally the ego, which is rooted in the illusion of separation, the gold or the light that we're shooting for, serving humanity with humility. And Virgos, we are the servants of the zodiac, but we have to serve ourselves first. That's called higher selfish, not lower selfish. So I'm kind of not shocked that my Leo rising and my Virgo got this one, my Virgo Sun. So let's see if any other cards come up the same. You see my eyes are closed when I shuffle, and I pre-shuffle before I hit record, and I do a big prayer before I hit the record button, surrendering this all to the divine. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My goddesses, please override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs, in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please, one card in clarity, there it is, indicating what's going on, what we need to be aware of, heart, third eye crown, to help us alchemize the Messiah for this timeless shadow read. Oh, it's a court card. We have Calafia here, the Maiden of Flames. That would be Aries energy, the King of Wands. Now, if you have any planets in Aries, I do. I have Saturn in Aries. I'm Generation X, a lot of us do. Then certainly take that into consideration. Look at it. Everybody's got Aries, even if there are no planets in it. So, if you have your natal chart and you kind of know your ascendant, the time you were born, you can see what house it's in. For me, It is in the 9th house, right? So it is about my spirituality and my expansion. Sagittarius dynamic, if you want to go there. But Aries dynamic, regardless of where it is about the personality, the self, and the ego, which can absolutely have a messiah complex. I don't have a messiah complex. I'm just self-employed. And more people are showing up in my life according to their contracts to help me do what I came here to do, as I help them to do what they do, including a brilliant Taurus who is redesigning my website, which that will be out sooner or later. So let's look at the lower 3 chakras with the Mythic Tarot. Outside in, inside out, relationships in the physical world, yang dynamic. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My God's override. Place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved gods, one card in clarity for us Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers. What's going on? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out, relationships in the physical world, to help us alchemize the Messiah in the 8th with the Aries card on the inner for this timeless read. Ooh, 9 of Wands. So we got a double fire here. Now, the 9 of Wands in the Mythic Tarot, the entire suit of Wands, is Jason and the Argonauts, right? So it's the quest for the Golden Fleece. Well, they get the Golden Fleece, and this is the 9, where the Argo, hence the Argonauts, get stuck on a reef, and it can't make it to shore until this big wave comes and pushes them over it. So 9 of Wands, traditionally speaking, like Rider-Waite, it's this guy. You know, he's got a bandage on, he's like, don't touch my wands, I'll whack you with this 9th wand in my hand. So this could be a little protective, a little defensive, perhaps some healthy boundaries in place, but also perhaps some waitings for your ship to come in, as it were. I can relate to that. So it seems like there is a divine timing thing going on here, but we have free will about, you know, can we just serve with humility? Now, the grace of humility is a grace that I write about in my book, Words of Grace. That book saved my life, writing that. It was the worst one of the worst dark nights of the soul that lasted for about a year. The grace of humility is very simply, here's the prayer, a version of it at least. Grant me the grace of humility to know that I do not know, but I am willing to be shown, and we can add to that, and I am willing to serve, right? But we have to fill up our own tanks, right? So there is something very self-healing then about this, because it sucks to wait for things that we have been working on, but if we can serve with humility, I don't know what the timing is, I don't know what my highest destiny is here, I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but I'm willing to be shown. That's going to take some psychic pressure off, because everybody feels that sooner or later. And if you are an empath, I'm a Pisces moon, born on a full moon, you know, on Labor Day weekend, Virgo. Yeah. Mom and I still joke about that, how she went into labor on Labor Day. So, you know, this is a thing, perhaps there is some defensive waiting here, but that can be done in a way with healthy, sound boundaries. Like, for example, I do yoga every day, I dance every day, I make sure I have my fruits and veggies in the morning with my coffee because I am from New York. So, you know, there is some self-care going on here, because when our nervous system gets overloaded and inflamed, the ego takes over and possesses us like a demon. But it's not a demon. It's an aspect of the soul, the least awakened part that will unravel and be absorbed by the soul and the higher self and all that. Interesting. Let's look how we can release some of those obstacles here, particularly for the waiting. I don't like waiting, but, you know, my guides often say to me, what do you want, hot batter or cake? Let it bake, kid. Please take a nice deep breath. They love me. They love all of us. They really, really do, right? Still point. Oh, Ganesha override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all. And with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Lord Ganesha, please One card in clarity for us Virgos and our cross watchers. What is your loving, wise, empowered oracle message? Oracle message to assist us in alchemizing the Messiah in the 8th, Aries on the inner, 9 of Wands on the outer for this timeless read. Wholeness, Wholeness, not Holeness, you pigs. All right, card number 24. Now this is very heart chakra. I mean, even the symbol of the heart chakra is in the heart chakra of Ganesh here. So wholeness, we are whole and complete as we are. We just don't know that, right? We don't necessarily experience that 24/7, 365. Go back to Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, a metaphysical classic. I am happy, whole, and complete. And that's really hard to grasp if you're not feeling it in the moment. So, card number 24, wholeness. I'm just going to read a little bit of this from Angela Hartfield. Acknowledge the oneness of all life. There's only one of us incarnate. Everybody's all one love, one heart, one truth, one, all of that, until someone pisses in their Cheerios, right? And then suddenly you get all defensive. Or if we are burned out, if we feel like it's me, it's almost the martyr archetype, right? Which is the divine family, same family, but a different vibe. This is about saying, all right, I know that we're all one on some level. I've heard it before, right? E equals MC squared. You do it through science, through mysticism, through spirituality, whatever. So recognize you are part of something larger. You have a connection here with not only this life and physical bodies, but with the divine and the universe. Ganesh is guiding you to recognize the sacred truth that you are a divine being. We all are. I know it doesn't look that way. We have to forget so much of all of that when we come in. We might even have it as a little kid. I did. But it is quickly conditioned out of us as more conditioning comes in. You are a divine being here to give and receive love. It is time to recognize your role in this life. You are complete and whole as you are. You lack nothing. If unity, heart chakra unity, love is all there is, and we are love, then we have everything we need inside of us. But that doesn't mean we're always so aware of that, particularly if we get stressed and burned out in a little martyry, which, let's face it, the earth signs can get martyry. The simplest way to win hearts is through your action. So I love that. I mean, this is a very, very loving thing. So wholeness, we don't have to, scrub our chakras with bleach and Brillo pads, right, to pull this off. I think this is saying, all right, I'm totally willing, throat chakra, right, element of fire, throat chakra, to take care of myself, to embrace my wholeness, even if I'm not experiencing it 24/7, 365, because apparently you need to live in like an ashram to live that way 24/7, 365. But it does not change the essential truth that we are all one. And that's the only thing that's really going to save us as a planet. Well, Gaia, I'm sure will be fine. She'll do her. I came in to help her evolve. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. I'm a Lyran starseed, honey. I've been here since the beginning. As soon as the magma and the lava cooled down, I think I incarnated. So, to really embrace this time that we're in and understand that, of course, you have a role to play. And you might want to check out the work, career, vocation reads that I do. They're timeless, and it may absolutely relate to this, particularly with serving with humility. Now, a lot of people don't like the word humility because they think it's the same thing as humiliation, but that's not true. Humility is the shield that protects us from humiliation. One of the 3 controlling fears, humiliation, the first of 3. So, the other one is the fear of chaos and the fear of the divine, because as the ego gets closer to the divine, it knows it's going to be absorbed, sort of like the Borg, but with love. I can't believe I just Star Trekked us. Last card down, Matt Kahn, healing mantra. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's see what the Ascended Masters got to say about this. Still pumped. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity for us Virgo Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and our cross watchers. The perfect and precise healing mantra, please. to assist us in alchemizing the Messiah in the 8th, Aries on the inner, 9 of Wands on the outer, removing obstacles by embracing our wholeness with the divine in all of life for this timeless shadow read. Unraveling codependency. Only I have to feel good about my choices. I know this one. Look, there are 4 ego wounds according to Matt Kahn. By the way, do check out his YouTube channel, Matt Kahn All for Love. It has saved my ass so many times. I haven't met him in physical form yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I will certainly shake his hand, and then he'll probably want a hug, because that's how he rolls, and I love it. We're very, very different stylistically, but we're all on the same mission. So unraveling codependency. I have actually used this in conversations, this mantra. So only I have to feel good about my choices. And the thing is when people get used to us serving them, and then, you know, we pull back to serve ourselves, that's a very empowering choice, but people don't like it. So, you know, you say, only I have to feel good about my choices, so just don't make any choices that don't feel good, right? Do you want tuna with good taste, or tuna that tastes good? Oh, Charlie. Okay, here we go. When codependency unravels, you are able to move freely in the directions of your heart desire without needing permission from others. Do I look like I need permission from others? I don't. Thank you very much. As codependency fades, you are able to honor the emotional reactions of others as crucial stages of their healing journey. Yes, we are all one, but that doesn't mean we have to take responsibility for someone else's things that they are going through, particularly if you've been doing healing work or spiritual, you know, evolution, all this kind of stuff. As I mean, I started very, very young. I started reading tarot when I was 12 years old. I'm now 55. Yeah, I know, I don't look at things. Thank you, Saint Retinol of the Rapid Wrinkle Repairing. Their healing journey without taking responsibility for them. This mantra is ideal for healing family dynamics. Even if you're not dealing with family, we inherit a lot of ancestral patterns and behaviors that are more lead than gold, and that's just how the script is written. Cultivating emotional freedom. Emotional freedom doesn't mean freedom from being uncomfortable. It gives you the freedom to feel everything and let it pass through you, because we are not our emotions. We're not our body. We're not our thoughts. We're not our desires. All of those things change. The part of us that does not change is the immortal soul and the eternal higher self, which experiences all of our lives simultaneously. That's multitasking. And reclaiming personal power. That's wonderful. So there might even be, with this 9 of Wands, a solar plexus thing. Pay attention to your solar plexus. It will tell you when you are about to violate your own boundaries or make a decision that is not in alignment with your intentions. And it's visceral, and that's what I like. I like visceral intuition as an earth sign, right? So if something feels off, it's off, and I really pay attention to that. And usually what I do is I pull back. It's like, I gotta feel this through, right? And I do love a good mystery, hence mysticism. So, though I have no idea what's gonna happen the moment I hit the record button on our lovely digital camera here at Trying the Circle Productions Incorporated. This next part is called the Blessimation. If you're new, it's a combination of the word blessing and summation. And because I surrender my will completely to the divine before I do these, I really have no idea what's going to happen next. Ready? Let's do this. Last time, at least for this reading, I'm sure you'll do it again at some point. Please take a nice deep breath. This feels fun. For a shadow read. Still point. May we end as we began. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of us Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and our cross-watchers. May we be blessed with all that we need to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, shifting us from toxicity to health and from fear to love by unraveling codependence, because only we have to feel good about our choices and really removing obstacles by embracing the wholeness of it all. Even if we're not directly experiencing a unity consciousness moment, we can still acknowledge that everything we need is within us. We are loved because we are love at core, very heart chakra there, because we might have our boundaries up, and maybe rightly so, waiting for ships to come in, which which we know is very Three of Wands, but this is the Nine of Wands, three threes. So we're almost there. We've almost brought the boat into port. So it is of great import, good transition there, that we take this Aries energy, look at it where it is in our charts, right? To embrace where we are in any given moment and to give it the love that only we can give ourselves, self-care, self-rest, self-healing, self-etc., so that we can alchemize the Messiah, serving humanity with humility, of Virgo servants that we are. And may we be blessed with all that we need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the very best that we can be, for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, and a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, for Gaia, for the plants, for the animals, and I guess, yeah, even for the people, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. That's a kick-ass read. I like it. I like it. I know I'm not the Messiah. I'm well aware. If you meet my family, there are other people who are trying to claim that role. No, I am the youngest of 4 siblings. That's why I have purple hair. And I am the mystic of the family, which means they don't pay that much attention to what I say until later. Then they think it was their idea. That's great fun, isn't it? Oh yeah, I love that. So if you liked this reading, if you love this reading, if you found a little guidance, a little grace, please hit the like button, the thumbs up. It helps other Virgos and crosswatchers find the reading. You want more of me here on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe, because I'm not stopping. I have way too much fun doing these general reads, but I will be honest, my true skill is one-on-one. Second chakra, very Virgo, rolled in the intestines, that way, the umbilical cord, right? So absolutely follow along if you like, because there's more good stuff coming. And if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mel, come Patreon on Patreon. It's the coolest thing I've ever done, and I've done a lot of cool stuff in my career as a professional witch. In fact, my next book that is in progress is the autobiography of my career and my relationship to the goddess and feminine energies and women and feminine men and all of that. It's a lot of fun to write. We're getting up in it. And do know that my subscribers on Patreon, again, do get the daily check-ins, which I love. They get the extended readings, and there are lots of them, and most of the extended readings, they're all timeless, relationship-based, but some of them are over an hour, because I do like to bring detail even to a general read, if possible. Extendeds allow me to do that. I haven't done one in a while, because I'm really freaking busy. But they also get an extensive, discount when booking me for a private session. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you can follow for free, which is lovely. I love putting out content for the free followers, though the subscribers get to see that as well. And there's just a lot of cool stuff. Oh yeah, you can absolutely 7-day free trial, dip a toe. If you like it, stay. If not, you can follow for free whenever you want. You can change back and forth in levels of subscription at the blink of an eye, and I love Patreon for that. Yeah, so click the link. Come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Markangel of Lions, but you can still just call me Mal, because I refuse to take myself too seriously. That's what keeps you out of Messiah complex, and I've dated doctors who have had that, and that's just no fun at all. And if you want to book me for a private session, I did make a video last year for the 25th anniversary of Drawing the Circle Productions, May 1st, 2023, but now we are in May 2024, and I had no idea I was going to be moving to Saratoga as quickly as we did, so I have to make a new video. But the video that we already have there is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Has all the essentials of what you need to know, how to book me, how to reach out to me, the Patreon discount, right, how I work, what I will, what I don't, spiritual counseling, readings, half and half, which is both. I am taking clients here at my house. I have an office in my beautiful new house in Saratoga Springs, but I got to get to know the people before I invite them to my house, because I also have 3 black cats, and if they're allergic, they better bring an EpiPen. I'm just gonna say, call 911. As well as I am doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phila Street. It's Phila. Say hi to Veronica, because all you have to do is contact them. I have days set aside. They tell me someone booked. I come in, I do the reading, and then I come home. Unless the full day is booked, which does happen every now and again. And boy, the Belmont is coming up here, and the races. Oh my God, am I going to be busy this summer? But the most important thing that I can tell you. Well, one more thing before that is that the majority of the readings that I do on a Zoom call. So it's not like I do a video and I send it to the client sight unseen. Oh, no. Right before the session, I send them my Zoom link. They come into the platform, re-record the whole thing, so they don't have to remember anything. They don't have to take notes, none of that. At the end of the reading, I send them a link so they can download the entire session to their devices. They tell me that they downloaded it to their devices, and then I delete it from the cloud, because no one needs to have that reading except the person I read for or the spiritual counseling, and they can share it whenever they want, but integrity is way too important to me. I don't want my intuitive gifts snatched away and have to reincarnate because of breaking my vows of confidentiality. No thanks. But the most important thing that I say in that lovely video that makes my mom laugh every time she watches it, I have never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm an extremely well-trained witch, so we can make a way. Even if we agree on pay it forward to someone else down the line, as long as we're in agreement and we have the conversation, we can work it out, and we always do. So I will keep that video up because it makes my mom laugh even when the new one comes out, because I'm the president of Join the Circle Productions since 1998. Meow. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun with this. Really, not a singular womp in this, except who doesn't deal with codependent patterning, right? Even if you completely freed yourself, you're still going to deal with people who are still dealing with that ego wound. So serving them by serving yourself seems to be the way to go, and I kind of love that. So hang in there, my beloved Virgos. Virgo power, cross your legs, watch your boundaries, and hang in there. I believe in us. The world needs us now more than ever. And remember, most of all, I love you. Hang in there. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed be.